It's Arondir. Remember?
Elven memories do not dim.
Elven memories do not dim. That's right, they fought together in the battle against the 30 orcs. The whole Numenorean army that crossed the ocean and the seas and the land in like the span of 6 hours, and then all of it was to fight about 30 different orcs, and then Mount Doom erupted. He doesn't look very happy, does he? He's still got that nice fade. He's got that nice, clean shaven haircut. They must have some really nice barbershops here in Middle-earth 3,000 years ago, before the time of the Hobbit. 2 or 3,000 years, however long.
Wild men outnumber us many to one in these woods.
And they're acting like, you know, Isildur's like, do you remember me? Wouldn't they have battled together and fought? That would have been just a couple days ago, wouldn't it? Hold on a second. Hold on. Because Isildur was in that cave. And he was in the house that was burnt down. We don't know how he got out of the house. But he ended up in a spider cave. We don't know how he ended up there. But you can only go a certain amount of days without food. He didn't have any food or water. The most, maybe, I don't know, like, so a week. He seemed very tired, I guess you could say. So it's only been a week. So Mordor was created. Isildur got lost. And then Galadriel was there when Mordor got created. And she left and went all the way back to Lindon. And then forged the rings of power with Sauron. And then Sauron left when she found out who he was. Traveled all the way across Middle-earth back to Mordor. And then got captured by Adar willingly. And said, let my people go. And then he left. And traveled all the way to, is it Eregion? I think it's called the city of Eregion. And has convinced Celebrimbor that he's an angel. And this whole time, that's like months of a journey, isn't it? But this whole time Isildur was in that spider cave? Because when the mountain erupted, Isildur, like, what was he doing? Like, he got trapped in that burnt down house. But then from the time and then getting trapped in the cave, we don't know what happened, but it's not like he had any resources or anything like that. How did he end up in the cave? Like, all of that happened. It would have happened, like, no more than a week ago. And then all this fast traveling all over the place.
I can't abandon him.
Settle your own affairs as seems you best. I have my own to attend to.
Man, what a dick.
What affairs?
Collecting firewood? She's like, can we just go? Oh no. Who is that? Is that Bronwyn? Oh no! Mrs. Leader of the Homeless? That's his woman. That's Bronwyn. So she's dead. So she's not going to be in this season at all? Oh, shucks. What about her son? Did he get to die too? It's her. There she is. Miss, leader of the homeless, the only one who's not covered in filth. How did she die? She seemed okay. She survived the battle. Oh, there's Theo. I think that's his name. Man, he's gotten big, hasn't he? Damn, he's gotten huge. That kid, he's grown like a couple feet. Again, on the time scale, I'm pretty sure since the match was struck and Mordor was created, it's only been like a week or two. He's grown like 2 feet. Man, he would look so much better with dreads. You gotta give the elves, you gotta give them long hair, man. He would look so much better with dreadlocks. Why did you cut his hair so short? He's pissed. He's absolutely pissed. He's gotten huge. He's like as tall as Don Lemonless. He had a massive growth spurt. But he's upset. I want to know how she died. Oh, I guess we're not going to find out. We're going to go back to the dwarves, okay? Well, let's just move on. Well, Bronwyn dodged a bullet. But she's dead. The real-life actress is an activist. And normally when you hear that, and you hear activist, it's like, oh god, that's the worst kind of... Ugh. However, she's actually the good kind, because I believe she's an activist and wants to go overseas, back to Iran or somewhere over there in that, you know, godforsaken warmongering, you know, in that whole area over there. And she wants to advocate for, like, women's rights. When I see that stuff over here, I roll my eyes. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're like, you know, women have every single right in the world over here. It's the most... It's like, I live in the States, you know? It's like, man... It's like you have more privilege than anyone else in the world living here. It's like, come on. So when I see these activists, you know, advocating for women's rights and freedoms over here in the States, it's silly. And they always come across as extremely... like, just narcissistic and gross and entitled and just petulant. They're just gross. But if you're going to advocate for women's rights, well, the Middle East is actually a pretty decent place to do it. And from what I understand, that's what she's doing. She went overseas and she's, you know, trying to fight and stand up for women and stuff. So, like, well, okay, sure, that sounds great. In any case, she's no longer in the show. I would love to know how she died, but we'll just light the campfire, and then just switch to another scene. A lot of series of events there that were interesting and funny. But let's see. I guess what the dwarves are doing now. Oh,